On one fine day in Quail Grove Island, Peter Griffin was merely enjoying his day.
Oh boy, I am enjoying this day. Where is Meg? I deserve violence.
Upon emerging from his cocoon to search for his next victim of violence, Peter stops dead in his tracks. He noticed something peculiar on the staircase which lies in front of him. Upon this staircase lied a single, really scary box. And I mean scary. Like, this box is really scary. Just so indescribably scary. With the top part being really scary, and also the bottom part being really scary too, and the backside. The backside. Just horrifyingly scary. And the front, adorned with scary ornaments and talismans, just so frighteningly scary. Peter, frozen in fear, came to his senses.
Gosh, this is just such a scary box.
He exclaimed.
From whence has it came?
He pondered. He approached the really scary box, cautiously, as it was really scary.
I wonder what lies within this really scary and mysterious box.
He questioned, out loud, still approaching the box with caution. Peter had finished bounding across his abode towards the scary box before a feeling of dread flushed down his spine.
I should not open this box,
he said aloud to no one in particular.
No, I think you should,
said a mysterious voice from an unidentified location.
Really? All right then,
responded Peter. Peter placed his tiny, greasy fingers upon this scary box and lifted up its scurrily adorned golden latch, which depicted a ghastly, ghoulish, really scary image of Jimmy Carter as the skull in the skull and crossbones of a pirate flag. After unlatching the scary latch, Peter, with his still tiny and greasy fingers, removed the scurrily crafted lid of the really scary box, unveiling the contents. Upon viewing these contents, Peter could not help but call out,
well, this is pretty scary, but not as much as the boxes.
To the infinite void which befell him. As Peter proclaimed his disappointment to the void before him, something which naturally occurs in a Griffin household and has no relation to the really scary box and its less scary but still pretty scary contents, his television, which was previously off, turned itself on and began flipping through the channels. The erratic flipping through television channels eventually subsided, landing on a very icy, almost scary, channel. As the Griffin household still had a really old and stupid television that brought their net worth down substantially. Peter turned to face his television, still clutching the pretty scary, but not as much as the box itself, contents of the very scary box between his now not as greasy but still tiny fingers. Terrified, Peter announced,
who turned on my stupid and awful television? I do not appreciate that one bit.
From the static projected upon his stupid and awful television, formed a ghoulish and also scary figure of Ben from the hit creepypasta Ben Drowned, where a dead child possesses The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask cartridge for the Nintendo 64. Ben Drowned looked into Peter's beautiful green eyes and screeched in a menacing and scary tone.
Hands off my pretty scary contents of my very scary box.
Oh, sorry, I did not realize these were your pretty scary, but not as much as the box in which they were contained contents. I will promptly give them back, but wish that you would not store your scary objects on my staircase.
No,
screeched Ben Drowned in return.
Oh,
replied Peter.
In penance for your insolence for telling me where I may or may not store my various scary objects, I shall now make you a video game based creepypasta.
Oh,
replied Peter. Ben Drowned utilized his scary magical and also scary powers to transmorph Peter Griffin into a copy of Sonic Riders for the PlayStation 2. And reclaimed his pretty scary contents as well as the very scary box in which they were contained within. Removing the magical spell that prohibited discussion of these contents, Ben Drowned gazed upon his prized, pretty scary possessions. A PlayStation 2 caringly decorated with a single sticker of a pumpkin and a thumb drive which contained a collection of his favorite Halo and Minecraft machinima, something with which he was very passionate about. with Peter Griffin now involuntarily taking the form of a copy of Sonic Riders for the PlayStation 2. He could not enact violent retribution upon Meg in recompense for her existence. And so our story ends a tragedy, with many lessons to learn.